Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening whenever you're watching this video. Happy Tuesday to all. And yes, you already know what the deal is. This is the lady herself, sees temptation to report on another story of Chicago talk. Wanted to begin this video by saying namaste, peace be unto you and everybody that is watching this video. Baby, today I have one hell of a story to report. And this is in Chicago, and this happened on Friday. This man who was a pastor, who goes by the name of Reverend Clarence Smith Jr., and he was the pastor of New Life Community Ministries. He was indicted this past Friday, and check this out, for stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars from a federal program intended to feed needy children. Now, this so-called Reverend Smith, he received the funds without undergoing a background check. Now, he purchased a Bentley. The man stole more than $800,000 from a program to feed needy, poor children. Plus, now this is the part that really got to me. He deposited checks into his personal checking account to purchase a $142,000 Bentley. Now, see, I did a video, I think about a year and a half ago, talking about you have to watch these so-called preachers in these churches. See, that story right there, that proves it right there. You cannot trust these ministers because there are crooks in higher places. And baby, let me tell you something. There are crooks behind the pulpit. Now, they said that this so-called same minister, Reverend Smith, back in 2011, he stole from an elderly man. He stole from this man over $100,000. And yeah, that man really needs to go down for that, though. I mean, using grant money to buy a Bentley. I mean, who the hell does that, being a so-called pastor? So that proves right there to back up my story. You cannot trust these ministers. It's time for our people to wake up. Get away from these churches, start educating yourself, try to focus on, the main focus should be try to practice better living, doing something for yourself as far as health, to try to put yourself in a situation financially, mentally, emotionally, the whole 9 yards. Because this right here with this Reverend Smith, and this is so-called a black minister too, with this type of crime, I mean, $142,000 to purchase a Bentley, that son of a bitch really needs to go down for that, doing. I mean, you got all these kids and families that's in need, as far as food and shelter and clothing and shoes. That's not how a spiritual person is supposed to operate. But that proves right there, that man was all about himself and himself only. And I find that to be disgusting and a goddamn shame, and he really needs to be shot for that. And I really mean that. And I'm not a violent person, but something like that, Reverend Smith, you really need to go down for that, to try to, play on the hands of other people that's in need, for your own self-gratification. Man, get the hell out of here with that. That's the reason why. That proves right there that I don't get caught up in these churches like that. So, it's time for people to be independent. I'm not saying not having a relationship with the Creator, but please have a relationship with the Creator, but don't depend on man to give you any kind of confirmation about your personal relationship with the Creator. And that's all I got to say as far as with that. I mean, I read that when I found out about that story, I said, that is really disgusting. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, leave a comment on the bottom. Let me know what you think about this story about this Reverend Smith that was indicted for stealing federal grant money. And the main thing I ask for, ladies and gentlemen, is to share and subscribe. And also smash that like button. And that's all I had to report for today. I think the next video I'm going to talk about briefly about the romance, the so-called alleged relationship between Lori Harvey and Future. And then I read some other stuff, how, Steve Harvey claims that he didn't know anything about the relationship. But I'm gonna hit y'all on that on the next video about that. We're going to talk about that a little bit, just a tiny bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off for today, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. So I'm going to say that I love you, I bless you, I have faith in you, and I realize the Creator in each and every one of you. So guys, stay tuned for the next video. So until then, I'm going to go ahead and drop this mic. You guys have a wonderful Tuesday morning, afternoon, or evening. And I'll see you later. Take care of yourself. Love yourself. Put the Creator first. And I'm going to say namaste and sign off.